Good morning. This week's weekly tip is going to empower you to really get better results with all things you're doing with marketing. We're going to focus a little bit on email subject lines today, but I want you to embrace becoming a storyteller. Too often, I see the end result of what agents do: just listed, open house, just sold, but I don't see the story being told. So, did you know that stories get 13 times more attention than the facts that are under the story? So facts do tell, but stories actually sell. So as I walk you through these 10 subject lines that in my mind kill for open rates on email, you could take those for social media captions, everything you do, make sure you're telling a story and embracing some of these best practices I want to share with you, along with the 10 subject lines that absolutely kill. And that's available for really listing agents, buyer agents, and if you're just generating leads from your database, okay? Across the board, so there's something for everyone. Let's get into it. Okay. So let's kind of set the stage here, right? First things first. If people aren't opening your email or your caption on social media is not a good hook, they're not seeing the message. So the hook, in this case, we're going to talk about subject lines in an email, brings them in. And then you have the opportunity to tell a story that aligns with the hook. And we'll give you some examples here. So don't tell it was easy, because in many cases it's not. So share the sweat you as a buyer agent or a listing agent are going through to get your clients to the closing table, and share the results, and end with a simple call to action, as we call it, CTAs. That's just the general flow. No matter which subject line you embrace here, that's the hook, but make sure the message that you're sending behind supports it and has this format of telling a story, sharing some results, and ending with a call to action. So let's look at the first one. If you're a listing agent, I see people saying, 121 Springview Drive sold in 8 days with 10 offers. Yeah, big deal, unless you tell me why it sold. So the subject line, why did 121 Springview Drive sell in 8 days with 10 offers? Question mark. Now you have the opportunity to talk about the value you as a listing agent did with marketing the home, and you've done all that. And this is not about that. This is more about having the emails open, even if you're posting it on social media. Maybe you link out to a page where you write about why this property sold with your amazing marketing, things you've done that is really the movie. And this is just the ending, right? So write a story about that. And that's where you rise above all of the value conversations, whether it's listing agents or buyer agents. And I'm going to get to some things that you can do as a buyer agent as well. But if you have a closing and you're a listing agent, when was the last time you did something like this? Why did a listing sell in 8 days with 10 offers? Again, these are all fictitious numbers, but you get the comment. Okay, next one. You did an open house, and I see people posting, 30 people came to my open house. It was pandemonium. Great. That's the end of the movie. Why did 28, again, I'm picking 28. Subject line, why did 28 clients visit this open house? Talk about the way you've potentially priced the home, way you marketed the open house. All of that come into play to tell a story. Like a broken record, I'm going to tell you, you need to become a good storyteller if you want to become a good real estate agent marketer. So that's a good one, right? Even if you're hosting an open house for somebody else, you have the opportunity to write that and send that to your database. Okay? Top of mind, but a different way to stay top of mind. Next one. You can go to the MLS that you're in and pick out any city. I picked out Cherry Hill, and that 63 is not accurate, just as an example. You can get market stats of how many homes sold in your market. So why did 63 buyers purchase a Cherry Hill home this May? Question mark. You can write about market stats. You can write about days on market. There's a lot you can support the argument and kind of tell them this is a good time to sell. or a good time to buy. So there's a message there that you can build into it and write about market conditions. But instead of just saying Cherry Hill market update, isn't this a better subject line? That will get you the open rates. Again, the key is to have them open it, and then now you can have a chance to tell a story. Okay. Next one. Curious how our buyer won over 8 offers. This is a good one. Find out. Obviously, there's some method to the madness. Maybe you had the commitment letter from Prosperity Home Mortgage. Whatever it was, tell a story, because this is the value of a buyer agent, that you're not really telling a story. So this would make me open the email, by the way, or social post. You could even do captions on Instagram carousels. There's several ways you could go with this theme. So when an idea lands, expand it. And I'm a big believer of that. So I'm focusing on email, but you can really take any of this to social media as well. Okay. All right, let's look at the next one. Why this Basking Ridge home won't last long. So let's say you're finding out about a new listing, or you just came out of a listing appointment, you got the listing is not even in the MLS, and you're not giving it details, you're simply giving very vague ideas. Hey, a new home in Basking Ridge is coming in the 500K, maybe not Basking Ridge, but you get the point. 4-bed, 3-bath in Basking Ridge, and it's going to be listed next week, won't last long because boom, 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 boom. Again, FOMO, you're using FOMO, curiosity, all of those things, urgency in your database, sharing it with their people that they know, or they themselves potentially thinking of buying or selling your home, right? Good one here. When was the last time you actually looked at a pre-listing Zestimate? If you put this into practice, you could do this. Not many do, or at least I'm not aware. So let's say you're going to a listing appointment. Make sure you get the Zestimate prior to walking in. Let's say you get the listing, and in fact, if this listing sold for more than what the pre-listing Zestimate was, this is a great visual, right? You could do it before the listing went on the market and post. Now, in some cases, maybe the Zestimate is accurate and you can't do this, but let's say the Zestimate was lesser than what the closing price was. You could do this, right? The real secret to getting more than the Zestimate. It sort of demystifies the Zestimate and puts it in place in terms of, hey, it's just a starting point. But because we understand the market, we know how to price your home, all of those things, and our marketing got our clients way more than the Zestimate ever showed. And here's the reasons why. Again, you're opening the door to talk about a story, the value that you bring. Okay, great one to do. Another one that's really good that you could do one by one if you wanted. Hey, Rajiv, I just looked at your Zestimate. And it again starts the equity conversation, value conversation, and you could simply send that one by one to your clients. And again, I'm personalizing it in the subject line, and you can automatically add these. All of these things are simple emails you could do through BHHS Connect and ingest Hey Rajiv as a first name field. Again, it's curiosity. So if I got that, I would say, what does my agent or whoever sent it to me, what do they notice about my Zestimate? So I want to open it for curiosity, and then you have an opportunity to talk about Zestimate and potential equity. Maybe you include a unsolicited CMA or request for it, all of those things. Great one again. All right. Most homeowners don't know the best home improvement idea. If you did a poll, you probably come back with not sure which one's the best. And as a real estate agent, you probably know what is the number one home improvement idea for value. Again, this is adding value to your database of homeowners. It's not really asking for listings, but again, you're adding value. You won't believe the best home improvement idea for value. So maybe you do some research on this as to what that is and write a little bit about it and curious, and then end with a call to action. Remember, end with a call to action. So this is also a real good one that anybody could do. Last one I want to share with you, I think it's the last one, market updates, right? Is the North Wales market heating up or cooling down? Question mark. You could use NAR RPR stats, MLS stats to support the argument. Days on market going up, going down. Use all of that to write the body of the email. This is a compelling subject line that will get you more open rates, more engagement, and helps you write that. And you have the data. I'm just giving you a nice hook for a subject line that gets you what you need. Last one, but not the least, we've talked about this before. So in closing, how much equity did you gain in the last 12 months? We've done this before, but I just want to kind of close the loop. It's been very popular among our agents that are doing this. So send that out, and we have an email in Connect to support you with this. It's just a simple 3-line email that we've covered it in the past video. So I want to just kind of close the loop on 10 subject lines that kill. Start with a viral hook. Don't tell them it's easy. Share the sweat, share your results, and end with a call to action. And you have enough here for buyer agents, listing agents, or just want to stay in touch with the database, that these 10 subject lines, if you apply, you'll get better open rates, more engagement, leading to better conversations, to more conversions and listings